So today I'm doing, I think, three fairly standard but all slightly different Capitol Hill homes. They're all just under $1 million. They're all like in the low to mid nines. This one's a 3-level house. And you can see someone's gone through and replaced a lot of doorknobs with sort of new brass doorknobs. Anyway, this house has the old pine floors, and it's pretty much the old layout. You can tell that the woodwork around the windows is original. It's coated with many coats of coagulated paint. And someone has installed central air, which this house didn't originally have, and it has high and low registers, meaning you just shut the registers so that in the winter hot air comes out of this one, and you keep that one shut, and then in the summer you shut this lower register and you open up the higher one, cold air comes out and it goes down, and so your air mixes. Anyway, that's a front bedroom. Here you can see this kind of original looking staircase, banister. I guess that's a finial there. There's this extremely unrenovated bathroom. It looks like it's been here since the 60s. There is no backyard, and I don't think that's part of this structure, so you don't get any parking. And yet, still $900,000 something. Here's the back bedroom. Has some built-in shelves. This is a very old closet. I put some of the electronics for the house in the closet. Then on the first floor, you actually get a little foyer. You can see someone's added a security system. This is on Constitution Avenue between 10th and 11th. Probably needed a security system at one point. Strangely, this is actually 1009 Constitution, but that door says 113 in stained glass. I guess that means that the address has changed at some point. Either that or I'm in the wrong house. There's little stained glass kind of transoms. They put in new replacement windows here. There is a chandelier that's also probably from the 60s. It's kind of brass. There's a medallion. That might also only be from the 60s. Here's what appears to be an actual wood-burning fireplace, or at least it was. I think it still is. And there's whatever this brick structure is outside behind that prevents this place from having a yard. I'm hoping this is not the kitchen, especially since there's no stove. This is a wet bar. There's a teeny refrigerator and an even teenier sink. And then you go downstairs. Still the original staircase, so this was probably always all one unit on 3 levels. That means if you use that as the front door, I can tell you, because DC is very swampy and therefore buggy, as you stand here fighting with the keys, which I did, and then it turned out that really it's the upper door that the keys were to, mosquitoes will bite you, because mosquitoes and other bugs hang out in these damp areas. Not that it's a huge point of interest, but we are close to Grover Norquist House. Here is a somewhat more modern half bath, which I think means so far we've seen 1.5 baths. Not a lot of baths. Here's some kind of general living space. You see they put down a more modern waterproof floor here. I guess this would be your dining room, and up above is your living room. Here's where they've gutted out and put in a brand new kitchen. They also have a side door, which means they do have here kind of an effective teeny patio. So you could come out here and put a little table and some chairs, and you can store your trash there, and the trash people come through that wooden fence to come get your trash, which means without too many tables and chairs, they'd be in the way. You can see these people have put in the kitchen that every condo put in the past 10 or 15 years. Electric, stainless steel stove, stainless steel washer, some kind of granite countertop, undermounted sink, new cabinets, microwave. They did put in a refrigerator with a water and ice dispenser, which I think is great. And this is actually cute. So here's the little closet with their washer dryer stack, and you can kind of see what it is, which I guess is nice, but it's this kind of beveled and not really see-through glass, which I like. Anyway, I guess this is a table space kitchen too. So there's kind of a table space kitchen here. And then also a dining room. There's a little side piece of outdoor space. So it's all nicer than it might have been. Now, we have some time left, which is always good. So let's go out and look at the facade. And the street. So here's the street. Constitution Avenue is very noisy even here, though it isn't quite rush hour. So at least you've got that going on, or not going on. I'm going to actually shut the door so you can see what the house looks like with the door shut instead of open. As you can see, it's busy. It's not even quite rush hour. It's like 4 o'clock, but it's busy enough, I guess. And there's the house. Not an unpopular color for DC, this kind of greeny olive. A lot of houses on DC are painted blue and purple and red and yellow and green. You can see it's actually a detached house that has space on either side. It just doesn't have a backyard or any parking. And part of the space on one side is an alley.